country. It's not a colony anymore. It doesn't serve a partisan group. It means we have sovereignty. The means of production of the colony was controlled by the colonizer or the metropole. So now if they are a country, it means the means of production must be controlled by the people themselves. Welcome to the Warrior Kings podcast. This is the best patriotic podcast in the world. Here we give you the bad fact, give you what it is, so you make up your own mind. This is where we tell you the truth about the country and about patriotism. And today I have my brother here. First of all, my name is yours truly, the Okugo President. And I have my Warrior King brother here, Honorable Hamid Adusafo, former parliamentary candidate for the CPP for the Trobuk constituency. One of the few young men who are holding down for Osajifo CPP. Yes, Osajifo CPP have young members, and he is one of the young members of the CPP. So, welcome, Warrior King.
Thank you, my brother. Mr. President.
And you can't Ghana wasem. I'm a Ghana. Here,
Warrior King is
we talk about what is worthy, what is important. And no near back wasem. And they be Ghana Hong Kong. As Ghana in 68 years. Ghana is 68 years independent, supposedly. Yeah. So today we are discussing the relevance of the independence. Are we really independent? Is the independent Kwame Nkrumah and other great men fought for, is it worthy of us? We're living in the country right now. So that is the topic, the relevance of the 68 years of independence as a country, where we're moving. So that is what we're here to talk to our fellow youth and young Ghanaians in the country. So, Honorable, welcome again.
Mr. President, thank you for having my brother.
Let's talk about Ghana.
Sure.
So, Ghana, Sid March, 1957. Ghana gained independence. And Sid March 2025. Ghana is 68 years. So, in Nipan kwa Barbara.
Yeah.
68 years.
So, you need because your personal final.
Yes.
You understand? Our books swap.
Yes.
Or your separate entity.
Yes.
Or running.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's or nipa and processing running I mean. But then again, it's not me just a podcast with Warrior King podcast. Always asking the relevant questions.
Yes.
Yeah, they are speaking about what is important to the collective. And
yes.
I think this relevance issue are okay.
Yeah.
A very dicey question, Mr. President. A dicey question, and you have to think about it in retrospect. Look at where we are coming from.
Yes, with history at the hindsight.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's why I hear the DBI. I can't say
without history, you can't make the right judgment in this country. I'm telling you.
It's not optional.
Yes.
History is the first basics. History must be.
It's the umbilical.
Thank you.
Yes. And
then who said?
Yes.
You understand? So these things are important, and with this bedrock of information, you cannot answer straightforward, say if we are worthy of it or not.
Yeah.
But I think, we are worthy of it. The Ghanaian spirit, just like the name said, a warrior spirit.
Yes.
It cannot be tamed.
Yes. So, as he said rightly, the meaning of the name Ghana is Warrior King. Ghana is a Warrior King. So, which is Warrior King podcast, just a Ghana podcast.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what we do here. We talk Ghana patriotism.
Yeah.
Because suppose future leaders, and we have to look ready and be ready for it.
Of course, I mean.
And
so we just That's the way chia. The way chin be who say we chia the chia.
Yeah.
So it's a compendium of
Yes.
I'll say it's experiences.
Yes.
But for me, I'm very proud to be a Ghanaian, and
Most def. I am too.
March a debia set March and kasa ye debia. So you Ghana in Kwadia. That's all Ghana. It will have a telling on you.
Yes.
You understand?
In fact, it is your first birthday.
Exactly.
Yes, your 6th March is every Ghanaian's first birthday. Before Dana, because country Nimunia wars, Oto Sadanim.
And you have one way or the other, no? There's something that is unifying us as a
Yes,
people.
exactly.
Say, okay. And that saying,
Yeah, man.
yeah, mine.
Yes.
Yeah, mine, I would die. Yeah, mine, I would die. It's, you know, it's nice. And this year, Senator His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'm organizing the event, you know. Minimalist.
That's the word.
And I have to give it to them.
Yes.
As idea there, only idea no. O mine in here,
Yes.
so the we'll make sure that we maintain it and build on it.
You know, in a democracy, what is good for the collective is what we pursue.
Sabe pepe.
Yes.
So the year no.
Yeah.
Because say if it's my idea we need save 20 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
I mean, in the episode o me hone I say to have 20 million Ghana cedis, no, there's no opportunity cost to it. Anything you for phobia. It's money never be brave. And there are a lot of things that are begging for attention.
Yes.
There are a lot of things that must be fixed and open the country. It was a question there, and one year answer the relevance of the independence. No? If we be now, look, even before the first settlers, the European settlers, ever to our coast, now the African people through their empires have actually also gone to them.
Yes.
What I say?
Yes. We've crossed
So-
the Atlantic before they came.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's,
They
you
have
know,
a map.
For me, as an American, I'm very proud to be a Ghanaian. This baby a free no, a baby as a driawa should be ready, and you will be successful.
You are Symphony,
Yes, you will be
son
successful.
of the world.
You understand? So, what is now crippling our success? What is now crippling our effort to achieve that collective good? Yes, sir. Ping pong system now, yeah, allow air festa on, a buying bar was on manifesto, and or the ebu mine.
Since 1992.
Since 1992.
The Fourth Republican Constitution is synonymous with manifesto governance. They got nothing like a national agenda. Say, ya base bibi a national agenda omano ya free ya representative parliament say omashisha man say government be about onim ne wa agenda nim ti no no be pursue. But
Bro.
yeah had the manifesto.
Share files, research, and actual papers are the NDPs in Aye. And they have to her. Look, you will be marveled.
Yeah.
You understand? You will be marveled of in Nema or make me identify say this is what we have to do for a national development
Yeah.
to happen and open up the country. But first of all is to serve their personal interests
For
and
the divide.
conquer
Yeah.
and align with any other foreign power, foreign organization that will help them have their personal interest.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because the banner saying and our currency is not backed by gold.
No.
I mean, Obi already economics, Obi on finance.
Yes.
Bekacho say is the best.
Yes.
It's the best and it's doable. And you say illegal.
Hey, wow, dear.
Intimi nim the entia.
Now we'll say what the foreign currency, dollar, na back o economy. Nti dollar no kosro na o kekam. Na ka dollar kosro na ba fam fa ho be. You got gold. Na ka mabroni ni tata because na tisika kokko. Mansa musata mo control gold no control wi ase. Oh, ba bibini ne di bibini ni atu fam nti. You see, no self-respect.
And I know every time I'm can't say our gold reserve compared to the gold reserve of Britain, almost 100%.
Yeah. Yes.
And above.
Yes.
So I say, me who mind say, wow, I'm more mining gold.
And no more gold and power. Omo making a policy, sir. Omo German chinma. Omo exploit the other.
Inti na make say me who go there omo tu. Say bi wo ho crampo na, so na wo kan.
Ye jato ho.
Omo jato so omo tu. E omo policy.
Yes.
But enso just go no mu here.
Yes.
And omo baha. And omo establish quasi companies in the name of private or corporate entities. But then omo at the end of the day, no me then.
Yes.
Omo share. And if you look at the kind of business on the state level, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Tragic.
It's tragic. A 68-year-old woman should not be having her affairs run in such a treasonous way. Because the way look at our waters. I mean, it's disgraceful. Like, yo, bro, right? I'm saying, yeah, air festa on. I say, now it has now metamorphosed into a cartel of its own. Yeah. And now the message being sent to Ghanaians directly is you can't stop it.
Yes.
MPP NDC omo means
as a treason say best topic galam say.
Yes.
By any time I start here.
You can't stop it.
Look,
state, has powers clocked with it say a enemy to the state must be eradicated. We will never sit here and be anti-business. Ghana for a ready for.
Yeah.
We have to do business. We have to trade. We have to move out of our shell and explore the world, explore Africa, be able to move. The fact that Odi Jano does not mean say you should cause harm to the next person. And the way for I think say for about 2 decades now, our water bodies and our forest reserves are being attacked.
Yes, it's been attacked.
Sponsored, financed,
and captured
by the states.
Yeah.
Because the states cannot tell us say they don't know about it. The former president of Nigeria, a military ruler for that matter, General Abacha, can see Supi say baby it costs one money mu. Cost 24 hours, cost 48 hours. Untimin can't show no Abacha say states no any moshe. Na she say na galam say akoso 2 decades. Yeah. And he start say saying.
Yeah.
Over 2 decades. Obi e shank nkan sa omo say insu na fe de omo tisi forest ni mu. Backed by the state timimo obi license na or mine or forest or forest or the state na one license.
Yes.
How does the state contradict itself against its own laws?
Exactly.
Separation of powers na from the state, from the party, separating the state from the party and making sure say the state is running on a national agenda and not any other grouping, because how we are, our natural instincts are, we are people of groupings.
Yes, partisanship.
We understand. We are people of groupings.
Yes.
But so also be build this data. As someone said, the collective grouping is also a group.
Yes.
We are watching this menace go on in a 68-year-old
country,
in so-called independent country. And you see, follow the money, Mr. President. Sikakokwa ye to go da ye to, huh? And no me it's going out. Yeah. Follow where the gold is going.
Yes.
Who is benefiting from it? And intina science you way air say and intina forest and air say, because at the end of the day, these are our leaders, no. Omotimate na ho. Na bunya be ka kire mo say, so man way ayenye way.
Yes, IMF ne control the government.
IMF ya or say or a development partner. What you ka kire ya ban na say, man stop us and say ni say man me mamun lo no. Come stop you.
So the thing is,
because I'm the boss here now, many
Yes.
Ghana governance ni na you see template in here.
so yeah, can't about relevance, no. If we are putting things right, we got to start from how it began. We have to have history behind behind the back of our minds,
Yeah.
in the sense that the state, as we know it as a country now, started as a colony.
Yeah.
We were kingdoms and families and tribes before the colonizers came.
Chiefdoms and
Yes, and when they came,
and we had that history too there already.
When they came, they disrupted that.
Yeah.
They used bigotry, tribe against tribe. They gave one tribe guns, told them, these people use the guns to attack them. When you bring the victims of war, we sell them for slaves. They go here, these people, they get guns. If you don't attack this, they used. So by that, it was a colony until the great man, Osajifo, Nyoma, Nyinti aye bo Ghana Hong Kong no, estati no, Osajifo Kwame Ghana no, Ochichiro no, the country had to move because a country is not a colony anymore. It doesn't serve a partisan group. It doesn't serve one side.
Yeah.
Now,
no foreign interest but the people's
from
interest.
a colony to a country.
Yeah.
So by country, he has to change the name from a colonial name, which was the Gold Coast,
yeah.
to an independent country. Where independent as in now they are co-equal with the colonizer.
Any other country on the surface of the earth, we are also recognized as a country.
As a country, it means we have sovereignty. But the original man who started the whole agenda called the Ghana movement, he put it on a strong footing, on the right footing.
Yeah,
in
the
sense
best foundation
that
ever.
He migrated the country from the feudal system
Yeah.
to a collective system,
Yeah.
where now it is not bigotry at play anymore. It is not one side against one side. It's not a colonizer against the colonial. It is equal group of people in the country. Now, so after doing that, the colony was, the means of production of the colony was controlled by the colonizer or the metropole. So now if they are a country, it means the means of production must be controlled by the people themselves.
Yeah.
What are the means of production? It means every group of people have needs. Here, they term it in school as Maslow's theory, right? About 7 or 8. Now it will be about 10 needs. Every society, every group of people, they need either white, black, Indian. They need.
There's some basic stuff that you need.
In shelter.
Yeah.
You need food. The
Yeah.
shelter, the people must control their own shelter. It shouldn't be external. Otherwise, it will be expensive.
Yeah.
Everybody won't have some.
You can't live.
They can't survive. And that shelter, the best is permanent, not temporary. Like the state leaving it as it is now for private hands to control it. They charge any exorbitant price they can or they want, right? For that accommodation instead of state controlling it. So the state doesn't control the means of accommodation in the Ghana we live right now. But everywhere, the state must control the means of accommodation for its own people. After accommodation, we go to food. The state must control the means of food production for the collective. It shouldn't be in the hands of some people like it was in the colony, right? We can mention from clothing, food, education, relaxation, self-actualization, all are needs that the state must control. That Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah made sure that the state controlled it for everybody.
Yeah.
So education, the best or the most richest human resource in every country.
The human capital.
The richest resource of every country is the human resource, right? And the state must control the human resource.
Yeah.
The training of the human resource for the best output or quality. Now, during the colonial times, it was the metropole that was controlling the education of the collective to serve their own interest, right? Now we are a country. The state must control the means of production. So education, we pay the taxes to build the schools. The schools is our own money, right? Now the system turn around to charge school fees from our money, using it to build the schools, right? Now you turn around to charge school fees. Who build the schools?
People.
Yes. Now, so by right, education should be free.
Yeah.
In a sense. So all those are means of production. But it seems Ghana here, we don't control the means of production. So in my opinion, we are still a colonial status. The only time Ghana was an independent country was from 1957 to 1966.
Yeah.
After 1966, there have been intermittent situations where some leaders, like Achampong, have come to bring Ghana back to controlling the means of production. But after good men like that have gone,
At least you can just cap it from the Fourth Republic.
Okay.
Since 1992, look
Okay.
at the kind of business that they are doing.
Yes.
Look at how they are structuring the state, and you can clearly see that we don't control anything.
Yeah, they privatized.
We are losing control every time,
Yes.
and they think that that is the best way
They've privatized
to deal
the
with
country.
every challenge. That's the
No.
best way to do. Look,
That is capitalistic.
and these are all key areas that it must be fortified and established in order to have a good base for the state.
Yes.
And we don't have these things being controlled by the state. So
Yes. So we are not independent.
as from communication to what? Look
Our mineral resources.
look at our mineral resources. Look at our electricity.
Who is
that
the biggest producer
that
of gold in Ghana? In gold exploration, right?
for now I wouldn't know, but then yeah.
We can say Anglo Gold.
Yes,
right?
Agolo actually comes to mind.
And it should have been Ghana Gold. It should have been Ghana Gold, right? If you controlled the means of gold production in the country, it shouldn't be Anglo. Anglo is English.
Yeah. How?
Our oil. Our oil should have been on Ghana Stock Exchange as Ghana Oil. But they sell it there as tallow oil.
Yeah.
The means of production in the oil sector is not in our hands as a state. It has been privatized, just like in colonial times. What do I say? Ya check country nim. Oh, come on. See.
So
So,
one says sugar. Commander Sugar Factory can come some bay.
Yes.
Sugar can cool.
yes.
Both LPP ni NDC.
See.
The same John Dramani Mahama. Kufado. Mahama na wasenya baby.
Yes. And Nkrumah they see idea no.
And
And
it was producing.
It was producing.
Yeah, Juma. Yeah. I mean.
Mama Kochi loan. Ebeshe mu revampe no.
Adia.
Ofi idea so no. Ye jatu ho.
Adia. Yeah, na. I want to say. Adia private individuals. It me a year. No more successful. No.
Yes.
Ghana states
no, yeah.
States no with it all powers no.
You're right.
I am person catch say omo kwado omo ya omo ntimi.
You're
I mean,
right.
I mean,
You're right.
how can you run the country like this?
You're right.
How can you tell us, like, say, this is how we have to accept our domain
No.
and live like we do not control the means of production, and therefore, at every point in time, you are in a negative foot
Yes.
because if you don't control your means of production, whoever controls it can
Controls you.
controls you,
Controls
and
you.
your people are not
Indirectly. Indirectly. No respect for you.
You understand? Your people are not there. Oma ya na ye doom so and I say it's going to it's pointing to one direction, the privatization of ECG.
ECG.
As if say
Yes.
our power
Yeah.
generation has not been privatized enough. I'm privatizing in so many ways.
So many ways.
The chain of command
Yes.
in getting electricity into our homes, you know,
Yes.
it has been privatized in so great community now.
And the most important part, the revenue aspect, is not controlled by the state.
How?
Does it? See, the Ghana Nadir,
How?
it's quasi-independence. We say it as we do in this country. Everything is theory. We memorize stuff just to say it.
And there's a lot of work to be done.
Yes.
See, to actually open up the country and protect these things. And you see, we still can do it.
Yeah.
On my way, another Fourth Republic, they have been talking about affordable house and affordable house and affordable house since 1992. Ultimately, pointing one affordable house, I'll back as a state, you know.
I provide affordable house in Amobi.
I provided affordable housing, Amobi. And so, General Ignatius Kutu Echampo, SC Estates,
Yes.
Dansuma Estate, to see.
Yes.
So, for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I got to treat them,
A whole township.
the whole community, I just say.
Nayampoano or Danen or
Come on.
industrial
I'm a
complex.
nipa te hɔ.
Wadane
I'm
no
there. Say you
industrial
bought tema dia tema international known globally.
Industrial complex.
Habo cry wɔ hɔ no anya agudie.
Yes.
The commerce that goes around
he-
tema.
He controlled the means.
Sani e build this state.
Yes.
Yɛwɔ Ghana ha na Gaddafi air president. In between that time, Libya was one of the destinations and Ghana for especially Masons ne
Yes. Closer to Europe.
because
in terms of
because Gaddafi was doing that project.
Infrastructure. Yes.
Oh, see Dynamo in call for.
Yeah.
And how did he achieve that? He nationalized their oil.
Yes. Yes.
So it's emasikapudo eba chrome ho.
Yes.
This area was cardia.
And Gaddafi's system was a socialist. You see,
Yeah.
they called it Jamhiriya.
Yeah, but it was a socialist
System.
in practice.
Yes, we are not. Only Osajifo run a scientific socialist system.
Yeah.
And we see the benefit.
Yeah.
We see the profit
We
of
feel
that.
the benefits even up to today.
And-
Pierre Sunya so far so.
And let nobody lie to anybody that NDC and NPP na standard our Ghana politics. Yeah, we've seen better. NDC, the National Democratic Congress, and the new new Patriotic Party,
Yeah.
right? They are not a standard of politics in this country. We know, we've seen, unless you haven't learned the real history, the standard is Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's government.
The CPP government.
More than 50 years ago.
Yes. The
It's
C-
still
the CPP
the
government.
standard for others to
and
follow.
what the government achieved with few handful ministers.
Only 9 years.
The duration.
Only 9 years.
What they achieved.
They beat
Up to now.
They beat the CPP only 1 year. When it comes to 8-year term, only 1 year. But everything the CPP did will last for more than 90 years.
100 years, 150 years,
Yes.
200 years.
That is how you control the means of production for a collective.
This Fourth Republic political class, they are from the same stock.
Yeah.
It is your own yebiano, and yet for all mine in Chilma, as soon as we be on Binyao.
Bigotry.
It's me continue parliament, as a shamra, just came fund. They hear that, maybe I need his KBR.
Aka 60.
Maybe MPP for Nkwa ba power. I'm teaching more about cancer. Thank you for no, and your shit. So this cabetum.
You see, Aka 60.
Nah,
4,000.
T.
Dollars.
MPP for say, and your shit says thank you for no crown with this cabetum. Na skabian them one and say, hey, just let's look at this.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. So you see, so our two political parties really. I've been telling you, say, almost me me catch up. Almost on Baba Sissa,
Yenim with
airport, I go to say. Airport, almost say, about Assassinako and Chroma say, I cried, I go to say. I'm on asem bi.
Omode.
Kiseja me yenja kiseja ben no ombu nipa okrom ha na opere na ya I go
Still kundunkum by.
na ya say sa OSP kiki na all yen. Like I don't want to say OSP kiki sa. Ah sendo no kaza e. Me ka wa sweta. I say I don't want to say
So the only basis
they be so I don't want to say OSP no opere no sa. Oh go ahead. So give your worry about.
yeah.
If you worry about, yeah, sana, I'm on serve you on my class,
Yeah, real.
baby. It's your buy, you know. Yes, I didn't know call you. Because if you're a lawyer, a bad defend the case, I know be a servant, you know, or bar or say, what shall I say? So be an friend, and I been a friend, say police, social prosecutor, and a friend. Ah, on fun, and it was right. Just the next day. And I see almost someone detaining you, someone heading you. You cannot go beyond the remits of the law. Law, no, not law on the tier, no. HS, unyo be now investigations. No matter conclude within 48 hours. Now the court. In the case when I'm on my head, my bill the atoha more than the court. Mind you, you get to worry in Kwana or more channel, and I say or
Inquisition.
yes,
yeah.
inquisition they also accountant no very finity kaka.
Yeah.
Ono so omonene kasa.
Omanyano.
Enti mo process.
Even Professor Ameo Kumfimpo and Nidia no.
Aye.
Yes.
Rambo star bi. Fẹ́rẹ̀ sẹ́ attorney general say on the man order say yan go fa no na ye den. Sa lie we are wuye and our order enye na ye pay you. Present the case. The remits of the case.
And win the case.
And win the case.
Not
because
to waste resources.
don't come and waste our time and be sent. No, make a say these people they are sending Ghanaians again on a wild geese chase. I'm on by I said, you can't say you're detaining gift. I'm for any. I'm like, why are you happy? Say you're detaining detaining and detaining. Obi on your crowd Ghana you detaining.
Detain Ubenya bail.
What I say? Open your bill. Where I say,
young convictoria.
Young on your bonny BI. She's innocent until proven guilt, and that's our law.
Yeah.
It's that pump and pageantry, you know. And the Ghanaian people are fed up. And process.
Are you sure Ghanaians are fed up?
Well, I think, sir, there's a section of the people, like I'm telling you, who are seeing between these theatrics.
Yes.
And they are watching everything very clearly.
For me, I can vouch for the youth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because yes, exposure.
I know. So they are seeing stuff. That
yeah, we can know what is going on elsewhere.
every time Bia almost stuck in trade echo from Bia. No matter one tribalistic sentiments Bia and at the end
to sway.
Look at the series of tribal now petitions that has moved to parliament. How tribal the petitions are and how I said making a statement not for Ghana, not for even the welfare of the people, but partisan and making it like yeah. Look, the state supersedes all interest.
Exactly.
And that's why I hear here. Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah remains the standard.
Yes.
The MPP, the NDC, Mahama Sakan coming out about it. He should not think, say, he's going to be measured with another rank for those government too. No.
Problem.
Then they should snap out of it. They should snap out of it. Say, almost say, then another bay anything, less be no. The standard remains Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
The standard remains the national agenda.
Yes.
The standard remains doing things that open up the country. Yes. No, up to now, look, our train system up to now is nothing good to write home about. Abraham name for a fact say post-harvest losses account to more than 60% of our production.
The effective way of controlling the means of transport in the system is train.
It's means of production and working, controlling our means of production and working. I mean, at the end, up to now, you need functional train system. Or the mobile ready budget, among country who has him. I'll be very surprised when Beka train.
This idea.
I'm train one sem. Either they don't have the idea, or they don't care, or there's some political thing going on in that space. Because you can't tell me, say, Mr. President, I will not accept any theory which says Ghana yet to be train.
There be an I here train.
And I ain't here train. Which theory is that?
Economics nature say
train
the most effective. A bit to me a cut
it will crisscross the length and breadth of the country, and you see train is such a way to say it deals with time.
Yes.
So it helps for everybody to structure your dealings.
Yes.
And the speed, it cuts
quadruple
idea obetima ye no a short amount.
Yes.
Cargo trains were. You understand? Cocoa processing towns, FNS, villages, and Ghana. Are there no money trains across? Are there any train to a central? I mean, look, if Ghanaians, even in Accra, I'm betting travel with trains. Look at Amon Frana. Do you have a problem with trains?
Circle near Accra, but it is almost defunct.
It's as good as dead.
Yes.
It's almost back up in me.
And yes, a state of the art train, jalopy ones.
It's not serving the purpose.
Yeah, Bob, well, baby, I'm not funny cheap. I'm not going to load the baby, it try a higher.
To buy Bassa. Sana Gufado, a Gufado can say, obey Sky Train. I did 2 million. I did 2 million real, and I said, no. Skytrain cried, and yet to me,
only so to me, only idea, no, but rhetoric.
Then to me, you say, who didn't almost Skytrain to me.
Rhetoric, because
I mean,
on himself or can about 2 months for so. But it wasn't thought through. What I say, on now, or bet me in your loan, oh baby.
Sir, you know, or $2 million. Yes. To do feasibility.
So it's all rhetoric.
Okay, feasibility now.
We know that.
How does the state can be the government can be on your feasibility and son or become?
We are they are running a colonial.
No, I do 2 million. What do you 2 million real?
We'll say now San Omadi National Cathedral.
Same template.
Architect a charges can you a charges can you moon with so much near my boom.
I'm saying friend.
No San
David Ajayi.
Nanka highly respected guy, but as you MPP didn't need.
Oh yes, I do. They want to be in home frame.
I'm going to need to form
because the designer me for one. Even though say I wasn't in support, said the states should
pursue such an agenda.
Use our resources as of now to pursue this project.
Personal ego of a president.
Yes. But then again, looking at how the Fourth Republic has been said, executives, they still went ahead to do it.
Yes.
In my capacity, I couldn't stop them.
Yes.
So I wanted to at least see the design of David Ajayi a drawing.
Yes.
I mean, so I see and I can sit down now.
Yes. Yes.
The conversation will not be on this level. The conversation will now be how are we going to utilize it to get us our money. But the same thing occurred
how relevant was that infrastructure?
At least then we would have been able to answer that question if it's being relevant or not. Ketaports. I'm going to see signposts this year. For another 8 years, Ketaports be any baby. And so they will see you.
Yes.
Or Jimus Caribbean.
80 or mobile.
It's no. Oh, she just had never way in na.
Mobile.
No, you can say, we know, on my before.
Yeah.
We do her on TRC. And at the end of the day, look, there will always be something positive about every regime, no matter how bad it is.
Yeah.
It's me. Any platform that I get, the free education, or surgery for more, and yes, I have a share, and I do, as soon as I know, to this grand scale, I doff my hat for him. The Mahama government should be now be looking at solving the problems when they were in opposition fighting for power, and the problems we all also saw it. Yes. It's happening. Yes. I say, well, school here. I mean, how? How is it possible? Say Ghana, me into at least 2, 3, 4 boreholes. You may mechanize them. Yeah, students. And then I said, they be no clinic school. I'm best on some unnecessary experience. They
Preventable.
I mean, it's not the best. You don't establish patriotism or the patriotic spirit when you put somebody in a bad position or an awkward position. America, mom bomb wants to follow some America follow. At least the citizens feel say, we're American. When push comes to shove, America baby,
They have something to stand on.
Exactly. What does the Ghanaian have to stand on? That the Ghanaian must be proud of the country, but the Ghanaian must actually be proud of the country. You see, a don't conform me anyway, which are the stock of the same breed. Look, media, I'm telling you, the Ghanaian people are watching them very closely, and the Mahama government, and I can among James say, and now the Dan Kukufado, and about your government and a standard. Because I also know your own sorry. The standard remains one. Sergeant for the Kuma. That's the standard. But more than saying, because that is how life must be. Sergeant for himself would want us to do more than what he did.
You must have legacy
exactly
at the back of your mind instead of partisans.
Exactly. Remember, you mediocre team behind one legacy is you pay trains, open up the country. Let me finish now and know that in the next 2 hours I can catch a train and go to Boko and get my business done. Catch another one to Kumasi.
Come back.
Let's say it talk. You see, so that bear for Ghana and Nibia and you use digital gadgets. Say, Obebuki or phones to cry, Obebuki. And I train also the A2 to say 6. That's all about 10 training.
No trafficking.
No trafficking. But they should make so much 2 million. So I'm going feasibility. I want my country the entire me. I want to know because 2 million much area. So at least we must know why I'm seeing me. If we put up the train transport, I'm telling you, the nation will open up, and more Africans would like to come here and trade with us. Because they will be able to move around. And now our system will be a hospital because there are a lot of things that comes out of Ghana that other people need it in the world. That we can sell for money. There's a lot of things. But because the country is not opened up, things do not grow as it should grow.
Apartheid system.
The same, I said, colony Basebi. Come on.
A colony.
We can continue this. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government, from how they are moving, for me.
Look promising, right?
From how they are moving, I'm very skeptical. My wondering is over the government is the benchmark. So they're going to get some soft wins and be riding on those soft wins. And smooth sailing. No. That's not what we are looking at.
We've seen the best.
We've seen the best, and we want you see, we want much from them. And that's why we are skeptical. But almost say, or maybe we are near about they be. They say, yeah. Somebody really budget. They will say, okay, you're actually making sense. Because I'm telling you, if they go back and come and present another deal like the PDS deal, then what is the actual difference between money and PP for the BIM? So we have been saying, all of them have been wanting to privatize. Our ECG. All of them. ECG no can privatize no can. Electricity is not cheap in Ghana. It's not, and it's not even stable. Look, on my way, electricity can any DGAD. Yeah, but now MPP ni NDC for. Management.
The agenda of creating the hydroelectric power for electricity generation, in the sense that it wasn't even for domestic use.
Industrialization.